Hello again, everybody. John Fawcett, Warning Coordination Meteorologist here from the National Weather Service office serving southern New Mexico and far west Texas. Continuing with the flood potential from Tropical Storm Odile's moisture. No longer a hurricane as of Tuesday afternoon, a tropical storm, but plenty of moisture for floods remains. The potential impacts, of course, road closures and washouts. Initially, the southern and western portions of our area, spreading north and east with time. The Gila region, we're very concerned about that area now. We'll show you why later. New Mexico Department of Transportation continues to warn about the frontage roads where motorists are diverted onto in the I-10 construction areas. The frontage roads, they just flood easier than the interstate. Gila River flooding, again, from Gila Hot Springs to the Arizona border. I know there will be flooding potential in other areas of the Gila River, but that is within our area of responsibility. And then below the Silver Fire burn scar, we seem to always talk about the flood threat, but maybe more than ever with this scenario, and that's in far western Sierra County, far eastern Grant County. The repairs that have begun on New Mexico 152 and 27 that washed out Friday night might have to start over if this heavy rain does materialize. And then the big concert Friday evening, the actual concert, most of the rain threat will be over, but isolated thunderstorms could bring a lightning threat. But until then, the pre-concert setup going on this week, wet conditions could make things hazardous. And finally, the lakes in the Sacramento Mountains, Mescalero and Silver Lake, the levels are near the top of the spillways, so additional heavy rain could send the water over the top there. The 5-day precipitation forecast, let's really call it a 3-day precipitation forecast because most of the rain should be over Friday morning. After that, things become more isolated to maybe scattered. So look at that 5-inch and greater core right smack dab over the Gila region. And then the contours over towards the El Paso, Las Cruces metro area, that's still 2.5 to 3 inches of rain, mostly between now and early Friday. Alamogordo, the Sacramento Mountains, 3 to 4 inches. This whole area has actually shifted eastward from yesterday's Weather Prediction Center outlook. So please keep up with these briefings to see how the area continues to shift. Probably will stay very much like you're looking at it right now. But those rivers that could be flooding in our area, the Gila River, San Francisco River, Mimbres River, focusing on the Gila River, the Colorado Basin River Forecast Center is thinking that there is going to be above flood stage conditions between Red Rock and Verdun, and that's in western New Mexico, southwestern New Mexico. That's not good news. The event evolution, as we've been looking at it, now we're into the outlook for Wednesday. The remnants of Odile will be approaching, but not here yet. We'll have about 2 precipitation bands in advance, one tonight and then another tomorrow midday or afternoon. Then the actual remnants Thursday will be moving by the area, possibly over the Gila, and that will carry the greatest amount of rainfall. So the greatest impact should be on Thursday. As Odile's remnants approach and move through, you have plenty of moisture. You get some additional lift with the remnant circulation, and the Gila region, more than anywhere, seems to be vulnerable. Uncertainties, the timing of the rain bands we talked about in advance of the remnants, but we're more confident than before looking at tonight and Wednesday afternoon. And then the actual remnants on Thursday, still some differences in timing. One model says Thursday morning and then midday as the day progresses. Another model says no, Thursday midday in the west and then It exits Thursday evening off to the east. So that's a big uncertainty at this point. The exact placement of these heavy rain spikes of 7, 8, maybe even 9 inches, it's very hard to forecast where those will be. And then finally, after Odile moves through, more surface heating, more sunshine, that means thunderstorms. Even if they're isolated to widely scattered, there's a lightning threat we have to look at for the concert Friday evening, but at least not a heavy rain threat at this time. Flash flood watch all areas until midnight Friday. That's the beginning of Friday, not the end of Friday. We anticipate issuing several flash flood warnings anywhere, but especially the Gila region. And then there's that small threat of a high wind warning with the circulation of Odile's remnants bringing higher winds to the high elevations like in the Gila region. So finally, let's summarize. Road closures, washouts, Gila River flooding, the preparation for the outdoor concert Friday evening, complicated by rain between now and then flooding below the Big Burn Scar and possibly in those lakes in the Sacramento Mountains. So please monitor the latest information. We have our social media avenues before you on the screen, as well as our web page. Stay safe, and thank you very much for your time, and we'll have another briefing tomorrow.